Good morning everyone. I welcome you all for my online classes. In my previous sessions, from past few sessions, we were discussing about matrices. As we all know, matrice is an important part of the NCERT 12th syllabus. NCERT 12th syllabus. Matrice forms an important part as it covers 9 to 10 marks. So it is very important and easiest to score 9 to 10 marks. So it is very important. So in previous sessions we were discussing about equality of matrices. In previous sessions we were discussing about equality of matrices. So as we all know, as we have discussed in that session, what do we mean by equality of matrices? So equality of matrices, in order to confirm that the given set of matrices are equal, it need to satisfy two conditions. It need to satisfy how many conditions? Two conditions. First one is order of both the matrix should be same. It might be anything. It should be same. If the order of first matrix is 1 cross 1, second order of second matrix also should be 1 cross 1. Order may be anything, but for both matrices it should be same. That was the first condition. And what was the second condition? Corresponding elements of each matrices or both the matrices should be same. What was the second condition? Corresponding elements of both the matrices should be same. That was the thing we have discussed in previous session, along with some examples which signifies or which helps us to understand about equality of matrices. And after solving some problems, I have also given some homework. Right? I have also given some homework. There is two problems were given as homework. In first problem, you were asked to find the value of A, B, C and D. So what were you asked? You were asked to find the value of A, B, C and D. I hope everyone got the answers for these questions. So but still I mentioned the answers here. The value of A is 1, value of B is 2, value of C is 3 and value of D is 4. Right? In the same way, in second question, you were asked to find the value of X, Y and Z. You were asked to find the value of X, Y and Z. Where you get on solving you get the value of X as 3, Y as 4 and Z as 6. These were the things we have discussed in previous session. So with this basic knowledge, we will start today's session. Okay. So today we are going to start with the exercise problem. Right. So today we are going to start with the first exercise, that is exercise 3.1 from your 12th NCERT mathematics textbook, okay, of matrices. So the first problem here is, in a matrix A, there is some matrix given over here, right? In a matrix A, write down first one, the order of the matrix, second one, number of elements present in the matrix, and third one, the value of A13, A21, A33, A24 and A23. What is that we need to find here? First one is order of the matrix, second one is number of elements present in the matrix, and third one is the value of these independent elements. The value of these independent elements, that is A13, A21, A33, A24 and A23. So now let us see how to solve this one. Okay. First one, order of matrix. What is order of matrix? As we have discussed in previous session, order is nothing but it gives the information about number of rows and number of columns. That is M cross N, where M is the row and N is the column. So if it is having M rows and N column, the order will be M cross N. But here how many rows are there? 1, 2 and 3. How many rows are there? 1, 2 and 3. How many columns are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I repeat, how many columns? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are 3 rows and 4 columns. So as there are 3 rows and 4 columns, the order of the matrix will be 3 cross 4. The order of the matrix will be what? It will be 3 cross 4. So this is the answer for the first part of the question. Now coming to second part, number of elements. So how do we find number of elements? We know that total number of elements present in the matrix is the product of number of rows and number of column. Right? What is the total number of elements present in the matrix? It is the product of number of rows and number of columns. How many rows are there? 3. How many columns are there? 4. So what is the product of 3 and 4? It is 3 into 4, nothing but equal to 12. So total number of elements present in the matrix is 3 into 4, that is 12. And coming to third part, what is that we need to find here? The value of A13, A21, A33, A24 and A23. Fine. So what is this A13? As we all know, the subscript represents I and J here, right? So I represents the row and J represents the column. So A13 means the value of the element in the first row and third column. Value of the element in the first row and third column. So what is the element which is there in first row? First row is this one, and which is third column? This thing, right? So which is the element which is present in first row and third column? That is this thing. So what is this one? A13, right? Okay, fine. Second one we need to find A21. 2 represents the row, 1 represents the column. So A21 is the element in the second row and first column. A21 is the element in the second row and first column. Where is second row? That is here. And where is first column? That is here. So this is the element in the second row and first column. Right? Next, A33. There is nothing but the element in the third row and third column. Which is third row here? This is third row. Which is third column? This is third column. So this is third row and third column. Right? Next, A24. Which is next one? A24. That is element in the second row and fourth column. So which is second row? That is this one. Which is fourth column? This thing. So second row and fourth column element is here. Right? So what is this? A24. So what is that we are left with? Last one. That is A23. That is second row and third column. Element in the second row and third column. So second row is here. Third column is here. So definitely this should be the right second row and third column. So A13 is what? 19. A21 is 35. A33 is -5. A24 is 12. A23 is 5 by 2. This will be A23. There is no need to write these things. In order to make the concept clear, in order to make you people understand better, I have marked these things. So you should not do those things, right? So for you people to understand better, for you people to make understand better, I have marked those things in the bracket. So don't do that. Keep these things in mind and directly write down the answers. Is that clear? Okay. So this is how we need to find the value of independent elements given in the matrix. Is that clear? Right? So now, okay, fine. So this is how you need to do it. Right? Now you pause the video and take down the notes. Okay? Okay friends, I hope you have taken down the things which we have discussed, which we have solved in the previous slide here. Okay, let's continue with the exercise problems, right? First problem already we have solved, you have taken it down, right? So second one, coming to second problem. Okay, coming to second problem, what they have given here, if a matrix has 24 elements, so what it is given there, if the matrix has 24 elements, what are the possible orders it can have? This is the first part of the question. That is, if the matrix has 24 elements, what are the possible orders it can have? Okay. And second part is, what if it has 13 elements? What if it has 13 elements? What was the first part? It is having 24 elements. What are the possible orders? What is the meaning of second part? What if it has 13 elements? That means what happens to the order, that is how many possible orders will be there if there are 13 elements instead of 24 elements. Right? Both are one and the same. If 24, first part what they have asked, there are 24 elements, what are the different possibility of orders? In second part what they have asked, if instead of 24 elements, if it is having 13 elements, then what about its order? How many possible orders may have? Okay, fine. So when I was discussing about orders, when we were discussing about orders, what was the thing which was highlighted there? What is the meaning of order? It signifies the rows and column, or it gives the information about rows and column. That was the first thing. And second thing, what was the use of order? It also helps us to understand how many elements are there in the matrix. Right? There are two things we have discussed. Right? So second one is important here. So order also signifies the number of elements present in the matrix. If we know the order, then definitely we can tell how many elements are there in the matrix. So in the same way, if we know the number of elements, then we can also tell what may be the possible order. Not the exact order, but what may be the possible order. Right? So for example, consider if a matrix is having order of 3 cross 2. If the matrix is having order 3 cross 2. Okay. So what will be the total number of elements present in the matrix? That is 3 into 2, 6 elements. Okay. So suppose if we consider the order as 3 cross 2, then total number of elements will be 6. Right. So now, how do we get these 6 elements? By multiplying the rows and column. So it is clear that if we multiply rows and column, we will get the number of elements present in the matrix. So that means this 6, whatever we got, that is total number of elements, is product of row and column. Is product of row and column. Right? That is 3 and 2. Or we can also call this 3 and 2 as the factor of 6. This 3 and 2 will be the factor of 6. Now we are having 24 elements, so definitely the order of the element, order of the matrix definitely depends upon the factors of this 24. Right? So if there are 24 elements, then what are the factors of that 24? One comma 24 or 24 comma 1. So you can see here 1 and 24 are the factors of 24. That is 1 into 24 will give you 24, or 24 into 1 will also give you 24. So if there is one row and 24 column, if there is one row and 24 column, then there will be 24 elements. That means that as there are 24 elements, there is a possibility of one row and 24 column. Also there may be the possibility of 24 rows and one column. So if you multiply row and column, you are going to get the total number of elements. Apart from this, other possibilities are 12, 2, 2 comma 12, right? So 12 into 2 is 24, 2 into 12 is 24. So this is also the possibility of, these are also the factor of 24, right? So next will be 8, 3 and 3, 8. So 8 into 3 is 24, 3 into 8 is 24. Next 6 comma 4 and 4 comma 6, right? 6 comma 4 and 4 comma 6. 6 into 4 is 24, 4 into 6 is also 24. So these are the factors, possible ordered pair of factors of 24. So this may form the order of the matrix. So what will be the order of the matrix? It will be 1 cross 24, 24 cross 1. Here 12 cross 2 or 2 cross 12. Then 8 cross 3. Also there is a possibility of 3 cross 8. 6 cross 4 and 4 cross 6. So these are the possible required order of the given matrix. So we know, once again I repeat, if you multiply the elements in the order, that is 1 into 24 or m into n, you should get the total number of elements. So we are having 24 here. If we multiply 1 into 24, we get 24. 24 into 1 is 24. 12 into 2 is 24. 2 into 12 is 24. 8 into 3 is 24. 3 into 8 is 24. 6 into 4 is 24. As well, 4 into 6 is also 24. So these are the possible orders of the given matrix. So how do we find? Just find the factors of the given element. So when you are about to proceed in the reverse way, elements are given, you need to find the order, then just find the factors of the given element. Then you are going to get the total number of possible orders. This was the first part, right? Second one, what if it is having 13 elements? What if it is having 13 elements, right? So what are the factors? Factors are the number, right? Here we have discussed something about factors. So what are factors? Factors are the number, right? So which divides the given number. For example, 24. Factors of all the factors of 24 will divide this 24. For example, we have taken 1 as a factor. So 1 will divide 24. We have taken 24. 24 also divides 24. So 12 divides 24. 2 divides 24. Then 8 divides 24. 3 also divides 24. 6 divides 24. 4 also divides 24. So factors are the numbers which will divide the given number, right? If these are to be the factors of 24, then definitely these should divide the 24. Now coming to here, there are 13 elements. We need to find out the possible orders. Before we proceed with the possible orders, we should know its factors, or we should know its possible ordered pair, right? So when you call anything as factor, it should divide 13. It should divide 13, right? So any number which is dividing 13 will be called as the factor of 13, and that can be used to form the order of a matrix. Now 13 is a prime number. 13 is a prime number. Any prime number is only divided by 1 and itself, right? As 13 is a prime number, we all know that basic property of prime number is that number can be divided by 1 and by itself. So that means that there are only two factors of prime number, that is 1 and the number itself. So what are the factors of 13? 1 and 13 itself, right? So possible order are, what will be the possible order? 1 comma 13, and 13 comma 1. So what is the order of the matrix? 1 into 13 or 13 cross 1. So this is the order of the matrix. Is that clear? Okay. If it is prime number, there is only two possible factors. There are only two possible factors. So I hope this thing is clear, right? So similar, we have third problem. I will explain this one. These concepts are little bit tricky. You need to be attentive. You need to understand the concept. You need to understand the pattern by which we are moving in the problem, right? Okay. So we'll move on to the next one, which is exactly similar to the previous one, right? Just the numbers are different here, right? As it is a little bit tricky problem, I will once again solve this one, so it will be easy for you people to understand very clearly, right? So let's proceed with this one. What is the question here? If the matrix is having 18 elements, here there was 24 elements, now here we are having 18 elements. What are the possible orders it can have? Same thing as they have asked here. And also, what if it is having 5 elements? Once again the same story proceeds here. I will solve it once again, so listen carefully. Okay. So if the number of elements are 18, so first and foremost thing is we should find the factors of 18, right? What are the possible ordered pairs? It will be 1 comma 18, 18 comma 1, then I can write as 2 comma 9, 9 comma 2, then 6 comma 3, 3 comma 6. Okay, I think these are the only possible ways, right? There are 6 pairs: 1 18, 18 1, 2 9, 9 2, 6 3 and 3 6. So what are the possible orders? Are 1 cross 18, 18 cross 1, 2 cross 9, 9 cross 2, then 6 cross 3 and 3 cross 6. 6 cross 3 and 3 cross 6. These are the only possible orders. You can check, you will not get any other things over here, right? So the factors of 18 are 1, 2, right? Then 3, 6, 9 and 18. So these are the possible ordered pairs, and similarly this will be the order of the matrix, possible order of the matrix. Now coming to second part, what if it is having 5 elements? What if it is having 5 elements? Once again observe 5 is the prime number here. So how many factors are there for the prime number? 2 factors, right? So 1 and the number itself. So what are the factors of 5? 1 and 5 itself, right? Okay. So possible pairs are, ordered pairs are 1 comma 5 and 5 comma 1. So what will be the order of the matrix? 1 cross 5 and 5 cross 1, right? So these are the orders. And here Okay, so those highlighted inside this square box or rectangular box, those are the orders of the given matrix, possible orders of the given matrix. So I hope this thing is clear, right? So it is very important part. So to understand the things, you should be very attentive, right? So you go through the things, right? If you are not understanding, you can get back to me, or you can once again go through my lecture here, what I have explained. Then definitely I know that you are going to understand these things very clearly, right? So now pause, as usual, pause the video and take down the notes, right? So I hope you have taken down all the things. So today we have discussed exercise 3.1, right, wherein we have studied how to find the order of the matrix, right, how to find independent elements, right, so everything. Then also we have found out what are the possible orders. If the elements are given, how to find the possible number of orders, that also we have seen. As this was a new topic, new concept, right, so it was a reverse process. So I have explained it very slowly. I have taken the video very slowly. So you also be interactive, attentive, and observe the things very carefully when I am explaining. When I am explaining anything very slowly, it means that there is something which should be understood, right, very clearly, right? So now I hope these all things are clear to you. So now you take up different books, solve different problems over here, right? These are the first 3 problems of this exercise. Tomorrow we are going to start with continue with the 4th problem, right? There we are going to study different concepts, how to form the matrix, how to form different types of varieties of matrix. Everything we are going to study in the tomorrow's session. So by this I am going to wind it up here, right? So even though we have solved 3 problems, I hope all the 3 problems are very clear to you. Okay, so we'll stop here. You try different books. If you are not getting anything, if you are not understanding any point anywhere, so you can directly comment me in the comment box. So I will reply to you. Whatever is there, I will get back to you. Okay, so we'll wind it up here. Okay, thank you.